Okay. From a recent conversation with one of our subscribers, it has become clear that we haven't properly explained what the numbers mean on these videos, so here's a mini guide to footpath numbering before we go on with the footage. The National Parks and Countryside the National Parks and Access to the Countryside Act of 1949 gave local authorities a statutory duty to record all the public footpaths and bridleways in their area on what is called a definitive map. Once a route appeared on the definitive map, the public had the right to use it until someone won a court case to remove it. For administrative ease, each path was assigned a number. The exact numbering practice isn't specified, but generally, when two paths meet, like that, 1, 2, any ongoing route is given a new number. Yeah, that's reasonably simple. But a very obvious and named lane, such as this one, Old Lane, might have multiple numbers depending on how many footpaths branch off it. See? I hope that's clear. The Local Government Act of 1972, are you listening, cheeky? Abolished many smaller councils and amalgamated them into larger units. This meant they inherited multiple definitive maps, each with a number 1, 2 and 3, 4 path and so on. Rather than a long renumbering exercise, most councils opted to distinguish them by adding a prefix, either the full name of the previous council or an abbreviation. For example, the current Bolton Council is an amalgamation of the old County Borough Council with a number of smaller urban district councils, Horwich, West Orton, Little Lever, etc. The paths inherited from Horwich have the prefix HOR, those from West Orton are WES, and so on. We're currently working on the BOL area, so that means those paths that were within the original Old County Borough of Bolton. I hope that makes it a bit clearer. Right, we're here on a very hot day. We're on Chorley Old Road and we're about to go down this rather overgrown lane, which is footpath BOL 205, which will take us towards Boot Lane after a few twists and turns and a footpath junction. The footpath sign is odd in that it's about halfway down where you can see instead of from the road where it should be, so that's a bit of an odd one. This is Horrobinfold Farm, and so we're going to tackle the vegetation, which is it's a sort of midsummer height. No.
It's full of nettles.
Oh.
You already been got about one?
Yeah. Sprung back at me. Oh. Oh, there's some blackberries if you want them.
I'm good. It probably tastes like some cream.
Simon's just about got through the nettles unscathed.
I count one sting.
Yeah, and when you get to a house, the path takes a turn to the right and is in much better condition.
Oh, this is lovely. Actually getting a bit of shade.
Nice and shady on this afternoon as well.
I literally just said that.
Yep. And then when you have a field on one side it continues quite pleasant. And further along, you've got some steps to help you. After battling your way through the undergrowth, you come into a more open field, which makes the going rather easier.
It's like something like a G on a wizard.
This is the end of BOL 205. Over there is BOL 204, and going forward towards Boot Lane is BOL 206. The footpath sign marks the three-way junction. Right, here we are on Boot Lane, looking towards Horwich, and we're about to walk this path here, which is BOL 206. Not very long. It's going to lead to a junction of BOL 204 and BOL 205. Again, this is probably not a path for shorts. Getting little pricks from the nettles, and I think that's a cry for peacock you just heard off to my right. So, yeah, there is a building here. I'm not sure whether it's a house or just the stables or what, but I guess that's where the peacock is. Ah, yes. And you've got a well-signed junction here, and it's getting rather wet underfoot, but yes, going straight ahead, that's BOL 205, and going to your right is BOL 204. So this is the end of BOL 206. Right, we're standing on Boot Lane, just past where the houses end, and on your left, disappearing into the tree foliage, is a footpath sign, and this marks the beginning of BOL 207, which goes to a junction of 208 and 209. And let's see how good it is. Yeah. After the bottom of the slope, swing a bit left under this tree bridge. Well, this is quite dense. And do another arcing tree. And this brings you to a stile. Be careful of this one, looks as if it could be a tad slippery. And beyond the stile it looks a bit overgrown and nettly, so we'll just have to keep going slowly and carefully. And after that little overgrown bit, which has bits of barbed wire for an extra hazard, you come to a junction. Okay, we're at the junction of BOL 207 and BOL 209, heading towards Mossbank Way, but we're heading up BOL 208, which will take us back to Boot Lane. And on this one, we're accompanied by a little stone wall on the left. Again, in a couple of months, the nettles might have grown to an extent where it's a problem. Or it might be a problem already, judging by the fact my companions have halted. A bit further on, you've got a fence taking you over to the left.
They are really good. I mean,
Yeah.
they're
I've
easy.
literally known out of things.
These are good.
I've known out of things.
The heavier
And then the path gets firmer and wider as you go along.
have a pair of cargo pants that I always wear.
And here we are back on Boot Lane.
I'm not feeling it.